Belafonte. His music comes from the soul, his activism with passion. A feature interview. Drop kick to Mexico. Team Canada heads for the World Cup, and it could be a giant boost for the sport. 5,600 miles to the next fill-up. We'll talk to the student whose high-tech gas miser just set a world record. The Journal with Barbara Frum and John Kalina.
A team of engineering students from the University of Saskatchewan went the distance yesterday. They beat out 24 other teams to set a new global record with the most fuel-efficient car ever built. It goes 5,600 miles on 1 gallon of gas. It's not a machine built for comfort, and Transport Canada probably wouldn't approve the controls. But the Canadian Challenger simply outdistanced the competition, coasting to an easy victory in Shell Canada's Fuelathon. Barbara spoke to Canadian Challenger's driver, Tim Leier, earlier today.
Tim Leier, are you still flying?
Yes, Sam. It finally sunk in today.
How did you manage to double last year's record? You can go across Canada on a single gallon of gas and halfway back?
Technically you could. However, in the competition, we run a much shorter distance. We go approximately 9 kilometers on a closed track, and following the run, they weigh to see how much gasoline we've used, and that's how they calculate the figure.
Now, is it too rude to ask at what speed you move?
The rules for the competition state that you have to keep an average speed of 25 kilometers per hour.
And what's your maximum?
Okay, part of the reason why we get such good fuel economy is that we run the engine up to a higher speed, about 35 or 40 kilometers per hour, then it's cut the engine and essentially coast down to a lower speed, about 20 kilometers an hour, and again start the engine. It's a technique that's called momentum driving.
Now, would you give us a tour of that buggy?
The best way to describe Canadian Challenger, it's approximately 4 meters long and 1 meter high. It's made of fiberglass. The main running gear are 3 bike racing wheels, and the main power plant of the engine is a Honda C70 engine that comes from a Passport moped.
Is my informant correct that it's taped together with silver tape?
A large portion of the car is being held together by tape, yes.
What kind of comfortable ride is it?
Well, yesterday it wasn't too comfortable. The temperature at the track was about 85 degrees, and inside I wouldn't be surprised if it was about twice that. For the actual run, you're literally taped into the car with very few openings, and you stay in the car for about a half an hour while you're driving and also after the run.
Now, the second to you, the group that came second, didn't even do what you did last year, which was half as good as you did this year. How did you double your capacity this year? What'd you give up?
Okay, certainly. Well, last year, the basic design of the car proved that we could get 3,000 miles per gallon in calm conditions. What we did this year is we redesigned the tail section and the nose of the car so it would perform a bit better with crosswinds. And we were lucky enough that yesterday was a bit of a windy day in Oakville, and that seemed to put us over the, over the top.
Do you think this is going to get you a job?
I don't know, it might help. I've been talking to quite a few people in the past few days. Guess I'll have to wait about another week to find out.
Happy gliding.
Okay, thank you very much, Barbara.
And good luck to you.